morning and welcome back to the Bridge for another episode of Keeping Up with the Canalmen. Today your hosts are Matteo and myself, Luca. We're slowly moving back into the swing of things after our long break.
What do you say? Getting to a recap of the sports for the past week?
Yeah.
Start off with basketball. They had 3 games in 5 days, winning all those games by more than 15, which that'll really help them out in the power rankings for the long term going into playoffs.
I think they were number 3 going into this week, so I'm excited to see how that affects their rank and if they moved up, moved down, because I don't really know the rank of their opponents.
Now it seems like I'm guessing they're 14-1 somewhere in that range.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
That'll really push them going into playoffs to help them compete. Next up, girls basketball. They are sitting at the 5 spot as of last Tuesday, and they also just clinched the gold division for the SEC division.
I think that's either 2 or 3 years straight that they've clinched the gold division. They're just a really good program, and they have a good batch of upperclassmen that are just going to keep continuing to lead the team.
Most definitely. Let's also shift our focus to hockey. I know there's a big game that we can talk about later on in this that we have a special segment for. But 7-8 as of last Saturday after the Canal Cup. Well, it would actually be 6-8-1.
Yeah, unfortunately it went in as a tie, but we had a hard-fought game against ORR the Wednesday before Canal Cup, and unfortunately we lost in overtime, but they're a great team. They're ranked higher than us. That'll definitely help us going forward as well.
Most definitely. I think as of right now we're sitting at the 29.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I believe it's the 29 in power rankings, so we'll see how when Tuesday comes what Canal Cup brought to us.
Yeah, and then we got senior nights for almost all the sports next week. We got boys basketball's senior nights on Tuesday, girls basketball's on Monday, and then boys hockey is not next week but the week after on Wednesday against Apponequet.
Correct.
And then we're going to talk about DECA. DECA is a business club after school where we go and compete and promote our business ideas to judges and basically just get rated off of that. We have 23 kids that qualified for SCDC, which is the state competition. It's at the Boston Seaport Convention Center. 9 of those kids are doing writtens, and they were turned in Friday so they could compete for an official spot. 2 more are going for Quiz Bowl, which is a statewide trivial tournament. And the last 12 are competing in regular competition categories that they chose to compete in at districts.
Well, can you tell me what exactly made you decide to join the DECA club?
Well, so college next year, I decided I want to study business management, and I figured why not join a club that can really get my focus geared towards my major.
Definitely. Yeah.
And it's just going to help me long term, understanding business better and just with business all around.
Perfect. We also have the All Cape Music coming up, and we have a fair amount of students attending that.
So we have Jacqueline Valencia, my apologies for the pronunciation, Molly Lodge, Elise Dean, Anna Avalar, Ariana Traver, Shay Riley, Kyla Riki, Adriana Demora, Claire Kusa, Tallulah Bean, Alexis Buttrick, Logan Kusa, Sam Turgis, and Odin Yuri. Props to all of you guys for qualifying for that. It's really impressive.
Big achievement. Another big thing happening this week will be 3 students have completed during WIN is Poetry Out Loud, and that will be Tuesday during WIN.
All right.
There will be a judge for that. Mr. Leroy, Dr. McGuire, and Mr. Burka are who organized that, so props to them. Now
stay tuned for our next segment on the big game on Saturday night, Canal Cup.
Sandwich wins it, but it comes out of the zone. Watch out here. Here comes Kroll with Griffin Kelly. Kroll holds it, feeds it across, they score! Griffin Kelly has won the Canal Cup for Bourne.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to our second and final segment about Canal Cup. We have Jackson Palmborg here, our Canal Cup MVP, and let's talk Canal Cup.
Yeah, so how does it feel losing in overtime against ORR right before having to go into a 4 overtime game? What were you feeling during that game once we went to that first overtime?
I mean, the team played great against ORR. We just couldn't get it done. We had a couple unlucky bounces. They played a great game, too. You know, they got that late tying goal in the third. But I thought the team overall just played great, you know. And we went into Canal Cup knowing that it was going to be a battle, knowing that they were better than ORR. So we knew it was going to be a good game, and it had a big possibility of going to overtime. So we were all prepared for it.
Most definitely. I mean, I feel like going into an overtime game after just losing in overtime definitely made it harder. I mean, 3-on-3 is something not many teams practice for, and then never mind to do 3-on-3 for that much more time. I think it really is very unpredictable for most teams.
How would you say, me personally, I feel like the ORR game prepped us pretty well for that game, but how did it prep you as a goalie, for what Sandwich brought to the table?
I mean, I think I got the same amount of shots roughly in each game, so I was mentally prepared and physically prepared for Sandwich. I played in Canal Cup last year too, so I was ready. I had already played them before, so I knew what they were going to bring to the table. I knew what they were going to come out strong with. The entire team was prepared. I mean, we all knew what was going to happen. We all knew that they were going to come out strong and wanted to beat us, so we were all prepared.
Awesome. Now the big one is the atmosphere. What does playing in the Canal Cup atmosphere do that changes your game? Does it help push you? Do you seem to play with a different play style, or what kind of goes on with your play style?
I thought the atmosphere at Canal Cup was awesome. I mean, it helped me a lot, knowing that everyone was out there to support us. Even though we've been having a mediocre year, we've been doing good, we've been losing some games, but everyone still loves us, and they came out and watched us, and I thought it helped all of us play our best game. I mean, four overtimes, you got to be playing your best game to go to a 4 overtimes with the number 15 team in the state.
Yeah,
so,
most definitely.
I mean, the fans were awesome. They helped boost us all up, and they just kept us strong all game.
Yeah, it's awesome. That whole game atmosphere is just unreal. Not many smaller high school teams get to experience many things like that. So for a game like that to have that sort of outcome, you can't ask for much more.
And probably the most important part of the game, how does it feel to be the back-to-back Canal Cup MVP?
I mean, it was awesome. I don't know if I really expected my name to be called after that 4th overtime goal, but I feel like the entire team just played great. You really could have given it to anyone. But it was a strong overall game. My defense was locked down. We got a lot of shots on net. I mean, you were playing another really good goalie, so only scoring 1 in regulation. But I thought everyone played good. You really could have given it to anyone on our team.
Most definitely. Thank you very much, Jackson.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Keeping Up with the Canalmen. Next week, you'll have 2 new hosts, Nathan and Quinn. Stay tuned for that. They'll have new news about all the upcoming and all the games that happen this week.
Sandwich wins it, but it comes out of the zone. Watch out here. Here comes Kroll with Griffin Kelly. Kroll holds it, feeds it across, they score! Griffin Kelly has won the Canal Cup for Bourne!